All right, so today we're doing a little bit different, removing some grass cloth wallpaper. As you can see, we done pulled off the fronting of it a little bit, and the fronting is going to come off pretty easy. And but it looks like we're going to just go ahead and get it wet, and it looks like the rest of it will come off pretty easy because there's concrete behind there. This is a real old building we're in. So we're going to give you a step-by-step thing on how to take this grass cloth wallpaper down. And they only usually need a couple things, 5-in-1 and a little bug sprayer. Put some warm water in, wet all the walls down and stuff, and come back and pull it all off. And then we'll go ahead and take it down, and then come back and fix all the cracks. They got some huge cracks in the walls and stuff in here, and the plaster. Then we're going to come back and put you some orange peel texture on there, then paint it off. So we're going to go ahead and start pulling the fronting off the wallpaper. So you just grab you a good handful. And just pull it on off. With this commercial paper, the fronting stays on there pretty good on this old grass cloth, but the back part of it is glued on there so good. And you don't have to really be too careful on this because it's concrete walls, so you can push down on it as hard as you want to. Yeah, these old buildings out here, they have all this old stuff that was made really well a long time ago. A lot of this wallpaper they make these days just falls apart when you try to even get it off or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and wet everything down. Go ahead and pull this off, and we're going to give you a little fast time on our GoPro, and that'll give you an idea on how to take it down. All right, so now we're going to just, with some warm water, just wet it down all the way from the top, all the way down to the bottom. Just wet it down really good. And we're going to let that set for about an hour or so, maybe. Have to come back and wet it 2 or 3 times. And it's going to get something like about this color like this right here. That way you know it's wet down pretty good. And then you should be able to come back with like a 5-in-1 and just do like that, and it should just come right off. So we're in the second room now, and this has a different type of grass cloth. As you can see, we just wet it with the squirt bottle, or the bug sprayer, should I call it. And it looks like it's just going to peel right off after you get it saturated 2 or 3 times. It looks like it's going to come right off. You know what? This is just too easy, because there's going to be something coming here to make it a lot harder. So after we get each piece pulled off, we'll come back whenever it's dry and take a hand sander, just run over the top of all these walls. So now we done got all the wallpaper down. As you can see, that's a pretty bad cracks in that concrete on there too. So we're just going to repair it with some regular sheetrock compound. And since this building shakes and everything else, by the time an 18-wheeler comes by, they're going to have cracks. It's going to come and go. So we're going to go ahead and repair this the best way that we can. So today we are painting ceilings, walls, and trim. And we're going to walk you through the steps. First, we're going to go ahead and do the ceiling. We're going to walk you through the steps first. We got a roller, extension pole, 5-gallon bucket, 5-gallon screen, a paintbrush, and a cut can. So that's what we're going to need to go ahead and paint these ceilings out. We're going to go ahead and roll it first. And let me go ahead and show you a little bit on how to roll it out so we don't get no lines and no buildup in it. We're just going to go and dip our paint down in the 5-gallon bucket, come up, start about in the middle right here, and you just want to roll it on out. Roll it on out, and then when you come back, you want to overlap what you're doing, always going to the left. Always going to the left. So you want to just keep on coming and rolling out. Oh, always overlapping, making sure that you do not have any kind of lap marks or any kind of lines in there. As long as you keep overlapping the original paint mark, you won't have no lines. So as you can see, you just want to keep an even pressure on your paint stick. You don't have to push down really hard. You just come back over here and you start right here, go all the way to the end, and just ease back into it right there, just overlapping your mark. Just keep on coming back this way. Just a nice little even pressure. So then we'll come back and finish rolling it up, and we'll go ahead and start on the walls and show you how to do that also. So now we're going to show you how to roll a wall. So you got your roller cover or your roller nap onto your extension pole. And then you got the paint that we're painting with a 5-gallon bucket and the screen and the paint that we have in there. So what you always want to do is come in here and just get you a little bit of paint on the top of it right here so it's not dripping all over the place or anything like that. So you always want to come in here and start like in the middle of the wall and just go up to where you're rolling and then come all the way back down on the same one. Come all the way down to where you want to come to, and then you want to go back to where you was rolling or where you stopped rolling, which would be this way. Always overlapping your seams. And just come in, put it nice and easy. Don't even have to put a lot of pressure on it at all. Just kind of pushing down on it, up and down, and you come all the way back to your seam. Then you can come back from there and actually go all the way back over to here, to where you started, and you can just end it back right there. Now, we'll go over another show on what type of roller covers to use, because there's several different kind to use, but they have some that just sprinkle paint all over you. This type that we have right here does a really good job on holding a lot of paint and not sprinkling paint all over you. So we'll go over that in some other shows, and but today we're just going to show you how to cut in a little bit into how to use the roller. As you can see, we're starting in the middle, always going back to where you started. Just keep going back and forth over the seam and starting and making a new seam for it. So we'll go from this to this. So we'll go from this to this. So today we're also going and spraying like a urethane finish over the top of this right here, all the stained wood. You can see we got it all taped off and everything. So we're going to go ahead and spray the urethane to bring out the wood color of it. They put like a semi-gloss sheen on top of it. And so let's go ahead and get to it.